You open Settings, tap Battery Health, and feel a tiny wave of dread when you see a number below 100%. When iOS 26 made this metric hyper-visible on the main screen, that anxiety spiked for millions of users. If your percentage drops a few points, it is easy to wonder, is the device dying, or is Apple quietly nudging you to buy a new one? This diagram shows what maximum capacity actually is, a software estimate. The system monitors raw inputs, your voltage behavior, temperature history, and charge cycles, and runs them through an algorithm. It is not a direct physical measurement of the cell inside your phone. When that percentage drops seemingly overnight after an iOS update, the battery didn't physically age while you were sleeping. The software simply recalculated its estimate based on those inputs. Obsessing over a fluctuating digital estimate creates panic over a false symptom. To know how long your phone will actually last, we have to establish what real physical battery decay looks like. This counter illustrates how aging is actually measured, the charge cycle. A single cycle requires using 100% of the battery's total capacity. Drain 50% today, charge it, and drain 50% tomorrow. That equals one cycle, not two. Apple originally engineered the iPhone 14 and earlier models to retain 80% of their maximum capacity at 500 charge cycles. But starting with the iPhone 15, independent testing proved these cells were far more resilient. Apple officially raised the baseline, engineering these newer devices to retain 80% capacity at 1,000 charge cycles. In real-world terms, a healthy device in its first year should easily stay in the 90s. Dropping into the mid-80s within 12 months, especially with a low cycle count, is a rare anomaly worth watching. By year 2, landing anywhere in the mid-80s to low 90s is entirely normal and well within those engineering specifications. Moving into year 3 and beyond, hovering around 80% capacity is typical. The device is still completely usable for daily tasks. Applying older 500 cycle expectations to newer hardware creates unnecessary panic. Comparing cycle counts across different generations of phones offers zero diagnostic insight into your specific device. To protect their battery health percentage, users rely on charging folklore. Most of these rituals add daily stress for zero measurable gain. Take overnight charging. Modern iOS software automatically delays hitting a full charge until just before you normally wake up, making leaving your phone plugged in overnight perfectly safe. Rigidly policing your battery to stay exactly between 20 and 80% is unnecessary micromanagement. And deliberately draining your phone to zero to recalibrate the battery actually stresses the chemical cell. The singular force that genuinely destroys battery life is sustained heat. Operating a phone above 35 degrees Celsius causes permanent, irreversible damage to the physical chemistry of the lithium cells housed beneath the casing. Instead of manual charging rituals, rely on the built-in software defenses. Setting a daily charge limit to 80 or 90% and leaving optimized battery charging turned on handles the stress for you. A single afternoon baking on a hot dashboard inflicts more permanent damage than months of supposedly imperfect charging habits. The ultimate gauge of your device's health is the physical experience of using it. Ignore the digital percentage in your settings menu and pay attention to how the phone actually performs throughout the day. The true symptoms of a failing battery are unexpected device shutdowns, especially above 20% charge, obvious sluggishness during basic tasks, and the charge dropping alarmingly fast. There is one non-negotiable danger. If your battery physically swells, causing the screen to lift or the back panel to bulge and rock when placed flat, that is a severe safety emergency. You must stop charging the device immediately and seek professional service. It cannot wait. If you don't have a swollen battery, but you are experiencing sluggishness and rapid drain below 80% capacity, look at this comparison. An Apple battery replacement costs around $99. A brand new flagship phone often costs over $1,000. With component and device prices climbing aggressively, paying for a simple battery swap is the ultimate frugal hack. It extends the lifespan of a phone you already like while keeping cash in your pocket. The math only changes if your phone is extremely old, unsupported by software updates, or missing features you actively need. In that case, spending $99 to prolong a device you are about to retire anyway is a waste. Keep the device out of the heat, ignore the software estimates, and when the battery finally does fail your daily usage test, opt for a cheap replacement rather than a premature, expensive upgrade.